gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Welcome back, audience. Welcome back. Welcome to ChatRoomWithMex this Sunday. It's been a wonderful weekday. Thank you very much for tuning in this week. We do appreciate you because, hey, you coming every Sunday is a big deal to us.
Yes, you're welcome, everyone. Wherever you're watching from.
Yes.
Keep watching.
Whether you're watching from Utonko,
stay tuned.
Anywhere around the world,
fasten your seatbelt.
And
because we're ready to cruise the altitude of 1 million miles above the field, above what? The sea level. Too much talk.
Even aeroplane, they cruise 150 above the million miles. But
that's true.
Let's shall be cruising. Yeah. So, excuse me. Last week we talked about something.
No. But first of all, how was your week? Your week was really great. Congratulations once again.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, it was a great week. We give God all the thank you.
God is faithful.
You know, He is faithful. Yes, last week we talked about the DNA prank. And we talked about DNA. And we talked a lot about was that paternal fraud.
Yep.
How a lot of men are being defrauded, you know, when it comes to children and all that.
Yep.
So today we're going to be having two topics, as you must have seen from the title. Those of you who have been following us, you know that we want to do justice to the topics and allow you pretty much say your mind and air your opinion too. So today we're going to be talking about the DNA fraud. We're going to be doing a follow-up on that. Hey, in fact, if you're not ready, get ready, because the man actually came to the show. Bot Studios, kudos to you. All the credit on that video to you. Thank you very much. Next, we're going to be talking about why the Nigerian government does what they do.
Demolishing properties.
You know, demolishing people's properties just like that. For what now?
Without even giving them... preparing them.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about that next after we give our follow-up on this DNA video.
And remember, share. Click the share buttons.
There you go.
If you are wherever you are watching from, and say something. You got to make comments.
Let us know where you're watching from. Let's know who you are so we can give you credit. Come on, it's not easy.
At all.
Let's know who you are and where you're watching from, because we want to give you credit, okay?
Correct.
Please, like we always do, if you have not liked this, like it from where you're watching from. Subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification tab so you know whenever we come on. And lastly, don't forget to share. Share. Last week, we have audience from as far as Namibia and Malawi. Listen, just share so we can have all around the world, all your friends in the chat room. Okay, so let's do this. We have comments coming in right now. Okay. Healthy Jessie Chops is saying hi. Livy's Kitchen is in the house, everybody. She says hello. Early today.
I clap for you.
Actually, good evening, watching from my room. Where's your room, man? Can you let us know where your room is? Is it the inner room?
Or the upper room?
Or the upper echelon. Okay. Olivia Robinson, watching all the way from Nigeria. Olivia Robinson. Welcome to the show, Olivia Robinson. Welcome. Okay, so without further ado, right, we want to welcome to the show our great tag team partner who has been on this show for this is the third week now that he has been on the show, Mr. Before I call his name, he has been doing a lot of great input and all that. So you guys will actually learned a lot from him. Ladies and gentlemen, audience, young, old, middle age, across the lifespan, give it up to the one and only
Stanley.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Your studio is
doing well. I'm doing good. How's everybody doing?
Welcome, Mr. Stanley.
Your studio is looking good, brother.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. So last week was a heated one on chat room. We had a lot of comments on the comment section. For new viewers, new subscribers, also commented, which is what we want, they commented and everything. So Mr. Stanley, how was your week, sir? Just give us 1 to 2 minutes. How was your week?
It was great. It was a good week, actually. Quite a lot to do, busy, but as we say, worry last, so Guru must jump. But it was great. It was beautiful, quite productive.
Nice. Thank you very much. So we might be having one more guest on the show today, but let's see what happens. So Mr. Stanley, let's keep the ball rolling as we have just 55 minutes to spend here. So Mr. Stanley, last week we had a talk about DNA and all that, and it was an expose. Actually, a lot of people reacted. People who actually saw me physically reacted physically, expressing their disappointment at how the woman responded. Some women couldn't stop hitting me on my neck, saying why should they do that prank? They should sue the guy and all that. Well, I'm sorry.
Oh, they contacted you to like that?
Oh, yeah.
Because they were telling me, oh, they should have sued. I felt so hard.
Oh,
I felt so hard because of the kids. I understand, but let's call it spade a spade.
A spade is spade, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're just trying to make people understand. People that have made mistakes, so people can learn from the mistakes other people make.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like we are promoting the fact that embarrassing a lady. No. As a matter of fact, we didn't really embarrass her. She embarrassed herself.
I don't think it's a point of embarrassment. I just think it's an expose, and for the fact that it happened to that one lady doesn't mean it's just that one lady alone. It's a lot of people.
Exactly.
It's a lot of people.
And I told her, like the one that was complaining, they shouldn't have called names, but I understand that aspect of it. But the lady was at first was not ready to admit. Yeah. Then the brother was trying to make her understand that, convince her that, listen, I actually know what I'm talking about. It was your husband that gave me the permission to ask you all this.
Yeah, but you see, that goes to tell you that sometimes we might think we're running away from some things that have been haunting us by trying to cover them up, but it doesn't always
Don't run! Don't run! Murife!
Don't run!
Technician.
Murife, don't run!
Where is he running to?
Stop it. Stop
running.
Don't make us fire you. We'll fire you, and we don't care if you go and tell Instagram your story.
We'll fire Instagram.
Okay. So, as we were saying before we interrupted, it's not about the humiliation. It's not about humiliating anybody. It's about just, saying things that actually happened in real life, So today, we want to be playing a video real quick. We don't want to waste your time. We'll just go right into it, and we'll talk about it. But in the meantime, please share, so we have enough people in the house. And if you're watching from YouTube, we have, there's a $ next to the comment section, a $ right there. You can just hit that $ and become one of our major contributors. Okay, just hit that $ and you will be blessed.
You will love to serve the Lord.
Now, you don't reach money now.
You
don't reach money now. Yes, Mr. Stanley, just they look us. Okay. Without further ado, we have Dan DV in the house. He says he's watching from Nigeria. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
That name, man. Okay. Livy's Kitchen responded. She said, CEO Livy's Creation watching from Bridgewater, Massachusetts. Okay. Welcome, Livy's. You're changing your name every day. Livy's CEO, Livy's Creation.
She's a creation. She's been creative.
That's not creative.
Yeah, she's trying to be creative.
Creatively confused.
No, not really. She's trying.
All right, let's go straight into the video. Please, once again, I want to say this with all full level of discretion. Whatever we say right now is due to whatever we're reacting to. No research was done to authenticate whatever was done. Credits goes to Bot Studios. That's the original guy that created the video. So let's go.
Confirming
Let's go.
Date and time of this interview. Today is the 29th of April 2023. This interview is being recorded at the current time being 10:33 a.m. Good day, sir. Please, can you introduce yourself?
Well, my name is Chukuma Buna. And just for the record, this interview is being okay by me. Nobody forced me, nobody influenced me. I'm doing this based on my own volition.
Can you please tell us your relationship with your wife?
So before we go further, right, let's just let everybody know what they're watching right now.
What is going on? Yeah.
So this is a follow-up from, chat room. We give you a story and we give you a follow-up just to make you have the full detail of what's going on. So this is a follow-up from the video we shared last week that was trending, where a guy hired a prankster to prank his wife. And the prankster ended up finding out that this particular woman has 3 kids for the man, but 2 out of those 3 do not belong to the husband. 2 belongs to her ex-boyfriend,
And one
who she claimed was a mistake. And the last one, which was 5 years old, belonged to the man. So age 15 and age 12 belongs to the ex-boyfriend, and age 5 is for the man. So this guy is now having the man in his studio having a follow-up with regards to that effect. So I hope you're all caught up right now. We have Asa Winifred, everybody in the house. She says, hi, everyone. Thank you, Winifred, for joining.
You're welcome.
Yes. So let's keep going.
I met my wife when she was a student. I was there when she needed me, always available, took care of her school or her financial needs. So our relationship is based on a solid foundation of love, happiness, honesty, and open communications. Sometimes I've always believed that she's been truthful, and we have some potential issues to discuss.
Did you ever suspect that your wife was having an affair with her ex?
No, I did not. I trusted my wife very much. And most times I always think that jealousy and suspicion are not a healthy situation for a relationship. So I tried as much as possible to avoid it. To answer your question, if I suspected my wife cheating on me with her ex-boyfriend, well, the answer is no. I never did. Whatever suspicions I had, was could have been a false assumption, and but sadly, it's not so. That's not the case.
Have you, let me just put it correctly. Do you regret getting married?
No, I did not regret it. I didn't regret anything getting married. But sometimes I used to think that marriage is very scary.
Sorry?
Very scary.
Scary?
Yeah.
Oh.
I used to be very scared of marriage because you thought that you've had all figured out. But you now realize that all along you've been blindfolded. Blindfolded. When it comes to this paternal fraud and what comes with it, you realize that it really doesn't worth it sometimes. He doesn't want it.
So, sir, you mentioned paternity or rather paternal fraud. So, what I want to ask now is, how does it make you feel? What do you feel?
This paternal fraud has made me realize how I feel betrayed and hurting.
Have you ever cheated on your wife?
Yes, I remember. Look, see, I'm not a saint. I'm not claiming to be one. I remember during our dating period, I had a fling once or twice, and I regretted why I did that. You know, I betrayed our trust.
That's was it during the marriage or
No,
while you were dating?
While we were dating.
Okay.
While we were dating, yes.
Okay.
So I promised that I will never do that again. That was even what led us to take a vow and let's get married, which we did. Ever since I got married, I laid off all the women in my life.
Sir, I would, at this point of the interview, I would like to say that you're free to respond or not to respond to any of my questions, and then we can proceed to the next. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
So, the next question I would like to ask, since this happened, have you gone home? Have you been to your house? Because I remember as at the time this prank thing came up, the very day I spoke to you, you said you intentionally stayed away from the house. So
yes, I actually tried. I went home once. But when I got there, the memories, the trauma, I couldn't stand it. So I left. I don't think I'll be going back there so soon.
So when you got home, didn't you speak to your wife, or did the children not?
I think the children are in school. I didn't meet my wife. You know, there's nobody at home.
Okay.
Nobody at home.
Okay.
You see, let me ask you. Put yourself in my shoes. You were a father to 3 children yesterday. You woke up suddenly. You're no longer a father today to the same kids. Do you know how bad? Do you know how terrible that can be in a man's life? I've lived my life for these children, lived my entire life for my wife. So the children I called my own are no longer my children today. God, can you hear me now? Can you get Korondi Muram? Mom, Papa, what will I say to my friends? I'm no longer a father. Good. Good.
There seemed to be some silence. Are you guys there?
we did not realize we were on mute.
We're on mute.
So, guys, we're talking earlier on, but we didn't realize you guys were not hearing us. So, yes. Now, with this particular story, with this particular thing going on, right? What do you think? If you were in this man's shoes, what would you think? What would you do? You know, like Samsoft was just saying.
Yeah. You have to understand that sometimes the ladies were reacting somehow about how the woman was feeling, how you brought the children out, like that. The man also has feelings. The man doesn't have fish heart, you know. He has a human heart. So he's going through something. I'm feeling for the man right now because you can see him, hear him crying. It's not an interesting uh, experience. So we have to look at it the other way. So that's why we have to understand that this situation, the reason why we are talking about it is for people to learn, and for people that are already in this kind of act, try to stop. Don't put a man in that kind of condition. You know?
Well, in the first place, I don't think anybody should be put into this kind of condition.
Period.
I don't care if it's a man or a woman. But let's hear from Mr. Stanley. Mr. Stanley, what's your take on this first half of the story that this man is talking about? Because I hear a lot of things that I would actually want to say something about. Well, please, what's your take, sir?
You know, it's a very, very precarious position to be in. This is tough. And if you remember last week, my comment was it is better to prevent this time of this incident from the beginning than worry about DNA testing from the onset. If you have any reason to doubt your partner, please do it at the early stages. And I think it should be incorporated into the Marriage Act, not made compulsory, but an option provided. Check the box. If both of you agree to test yourselves at conception or immediately after childbirth. This one is painful. Where the man is sitting now, I can't imagine being there because it's like life happening in the reverse, but you can't seem to go back. And you're looking at yourself and the future, 15 years of your life invested in those kids are gone. You just don't know how to recall them back. And you can hear him say, kids call me papiam. He uses local language. It's a painful expression of regret that he has. He can't go home. He can't even sit in his house. So he's gone somewhere to find solace. You know, so it's really tough, I could tell you. The position that he's in now, a lot of people cannot handle it, but so far I think he's doing good.
Yeah. Okay. So this is what I think. So the prankster was asking him some questions. And he asked him, like, has there been problems before? You know, with you guys. What actually made you doubt this particular person?
Correct.
What? Before I continue, please, ladies and gentlemen, let's continue to just do what we're supposed to be doing. We're bringing you good content. So please, let's like where we're watching this from. Hit the subscription tab so you subscribe. Hit the notification tab so you know just when we're on whenever. And then lastly, please share. It's always important to share.
And also comment. Let us know what you think about it.
Please comment. And if you're watching from YouTube, I'm saying it again, nobody should say Minister Mex and Samsoft like money. If you look right down there, just before the comment box on YouTube, there is a contribute cash sign there. Just hit it and send some dollars.
If you love us.
If you love us. Even if you don't love us. If you don't love us, send more. Okay. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I have backstage one of our prominent members in the house. But before we go down, back down to pick her up to the front. Let's take some comments, okay?
Yeah, from the audience.
Yeah, Livy's Kitchen, I see your comment. That one is promotion. I'm not gonna put that for screen.
What did you do?
I said I'm not gonna put that for screen. They didn't remember I talk on live.
Eh?
No, she's
You don't
promoting all
already
her brand.
You don't already say Livy's Kitchen. That's promotion already.
Okay, fine. She said, no, this is so sorry for him. Okay, let's start from here. She said, why are you people doing this now? Livy's Kitchen, Livy's Kiddie Transport, Livy's Transport, Livy's Closet. Too many Livy's, I beg. That's Livy's Kitchen for you. Healthy Jesse Chop says, if he was not suspecting his wife, why did he think of pranking her? Something must have pushed him.
Correct.
The guy initially said he wasn't suspecting his wife. He was just doing a prank. But
no,
we'll see some more about that. Livy's Kitchen says, so sorry for him. It's sad, but what brought about the idea of the prank? I saw the video and I was shocked. Yes, what brought about the idea?
Yeah. Maybe because that word prank is like, oh, I want to surprise her. Then you surprised yourself.
So I was with
He ended up surprising himself.
Yeah, I was with the prankster on live on TikTok today, and I was like, I don't think your show should actually be a prank show. I think it should be more of an investigative reality show.
Yes,
because that's what it is. So Healthy Jesse Chop says, Minister, you dey cry too, LOL.
Which one of us would they cry?
Maybe not you. You know, so she they call you daddy. So it could be me. I wasn't crying. Allergies. Okay, Richard says I can't hear. That was because we were on mute. Sorry about that. Healthy Jesse Job says it's not easy at all. This hurts. Rachel O says, Rachel O is in the house. She says, I am curious and supported and surprised because he says he didn't have any doubt. So why did he play that kind of prank?
That's true. Me too.
It's not a usual prank that
all.
People must just play randomly. I agree. Feel so bad for him though. Yes, you went looking for something and you found it. So
exactly, that's what I just said.
You were looking for something and you found it. That's all it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we continue the show, I hope you're liking, I hope you're donating, and I hope you're doing all you're supposed to do. I hope you're sharing.
Donate.
Yes, I'm seeing everybody that is sharing right now, and right now we just have a little few.
Wait a minute. Do we see when they donate?
YouTube,
I like to see
YouTube will alert us when they donate.
Good. So
yes,
we see it when you donate. So
you can actually see it. The technician put the screen for you to see.
I'll be looking.
So,
I'll be looking out for it.
Yes. So as I was saying, before Samson brought in money issues, you know me, I don't like money like that.
At all. I do.
I like it, sure. So
you know why I quickly changed?
Before I come and take the money. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we're going to dive deep down into the medical aspect of DNA, where it will be explained properly, and then we'll play the second half of the prank video, and then we'll touch on our second topic. Let's welcome audience. I hope you're not walking away this time around. I hope you're not. Okay, start clapping before I say, I don't trust you people. You have to start clapping before I welcome her. Okay. Ladies, start clapping. I tell you, this audience have walked away again. They're playing with us.
Because of the money we're talking about, they are true to do the money.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Welcome, the one and only Dr. Tolu. Hey, wait, Doctor, you look so colorful.
Why, thank you.
You look good. You look good.
Thank you.
This your hair is
somebody has given money.
Somebody has given money.
Doctor, sorry, somebody just gave money. So
somebody
we have
just
to
give money.
Wow, okay, super speaker.
Give us some good.
Thank you, Livy's Kitchen. Thank you, Livy's Kitchen. That's good. Thank you. So she's now our highest chat member now.
That's right.
Yes. So let's keep going. Doctor, welcome to the show.
Thank you. How are you guys doing? It's so nice to be back.
Doctor.
Now red, the hair.
Very red. You know the blood of Jesus is red.
The blood of Jesus.
Hallelujah.
Okay.
We need it right now in this kind of topic.
Yeah. So before Dr. Tolu speaks, we have Temitope Obasekola in the house. Everybody, she's saying hi. Welcome, Temitope. Welcome. Please let's share this to all our WhatsApp group, and let's begin to donate. We already have one person in the house that has donated. Thank you very much. Listen, donation. you don't know what we want to use this money for. Okay. Some of it will go to Sharon Care Foundation. Some of it will go to my foundation.
That's right.
Some of it will go to the Doctor's Foundation and Mr. Stanley's Foundation. All our foundations that we have. Some of it will pay for the
only
advert.
one that has foundation. The two people don't have foundation.
Who told you are the only one that have foundation? Which foundation do you think is paying for chat room? Which foundation do you think is paying for chat room?
Yeah, now
Which foundation is paying for chat room? Forget it. Doctor, don't mind Samsoft. He has started again. Samsoft has started again. No, everybody. Samsoft has started again. Right, so, Doctor, welcome to the show, man. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So, Doctor, real quick, we have we brought it. We just
hello, Mr. Stanley.
Hi, how are you, Dr. T?
I am fine, thank you.
Good.
Yes. So we played a video about the prank guy. He brought in the man this time around to come and say his story. So he asked the man why was he suspecting his wife? Why did he decide to prank his wife and all that? And the man said no, he wasn't suspecting his wife. Him and his wife has been good, In fact, they've been together for a while. All these good stories, he just pranked the wife. Now he's devastated. His image has gone down. What would his friends say? What would everybody say? He's down. He was actually crying on the show where he was talking about it. Yeah. So we want you to go deep down in DNA for 5 minutes, letting us know how that comes about actually, how paternity tests and all this is how it goes. Just explain it to us. I know the last time we talked about this, you accused me of looking at you somehow. Now, when you are talking, my face, our face will not even show, so that you will just be talking. And then when you see our face show, then we're accusing you again.
Hey, we got another donation from Ngozi.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ngozi. Thank you very much. We appreciate the donation. Okay. You will see. Oh, this is actually Stephanie. Okay, Steph, I see you. You will see what Samsoft does. I was talking because of money. Samsoft interrupted what I was saying. We want the whole Samsoft. Don't be doing that. Please donate so Samsoft can do it more.
Thank you.
Okay. So, Doctor.
Okay. So here's the deal. Yeah. Every male human being, you have an X and a Y chromosome. That is what differentiates you, because female human beings, all higher order animals, females have X and an X. So 2 X's, right? So the men have an X and a Y, and women have an X and an X. For a child to be born, for a normal child to be born, the father has to contribute something from either the X or the Y. And the mother has only X, so she can only contribute an X. So if the father contributes an X and the mother contributes an X, you have 2 X's, which gives you a baby girl. If the father contributes a Y and the mother still contributes an X, you have a baby boy. The reason why Minister Mex was looking at me funny the last time was because I asked a question which essentially proved that it is the father that determines the sex of a child. Okay, so now coming down to paternity, each of us has a unique DNA. Even identical twins do not have the same DNA. And they come from one egg that splits in 2. So you would think, okay, since it's one egg, no, the human being is so wonderful that even identical twins that split from one egg do not have the same DNA. Most of it is alike, which explains why, I'm sure you guys have probably seen it. An identical twin can go and commit a crime somewhere, and then the law enforcement authorities go and lay hold of the other twin and think it's him. And unless they really deep dive into, like, now we have really good technology that can really deep down to the amino acid level, to genetic mutations and all those things, to be able to say it was this person, not that other person. But for our purposes here, your DNA is unique, which explains why, therefore, if a child is supposed to have come from a pair of parents, he has to have something from both parents, not either, something from both of them. That's why a DNA test can show that this person does not have DNA. from the supposed father, or this person has DNA from the supposed father, up to 99% accuracy. So, Minister Mex, have I answered your question? Hello?
I think he's on mute.
I
Oh,
cannot be on mute. Doctor said I was looking at her funny. So why should I be on mute? I was waiting for doctor to finish and finish properly before she will come and say, "Oh, Minister Mex, look at me funny again."
don't
No.
worry. I know you're still looking at me funny. It's okay. You can bring yourself up because I know that's
Okay,
what you're
fine,
doing.
fine. Thank you very much,
Because
doctor. I
you
just didn't
Nigerian
want
men
to.
don't like to hear that y'all are the cause of the baby girls y'all have. But carry on. We won't go down that route today.
Doctor.
Yes.
But we know we are trying.
Oh,
We're
no
trying.
one accused you of not trying, my good sir.
What are we trying, sir?
We are trying our best.
To
Our best
which one is
is
our
yet
best?
to come.
Okay, you have had some soft. It says we're trying. We're trying. Okay. So I agree 100% with what you said, doctor. I agree. That's why you did not see me looking at you. In fact, I pretended as if I wasn't on the show anymore. I made it your show.
As a matter of fact, it's a very good. I love him. He's a very good brother. He went to get me a glass of water. You see,
You're
not
like,
just
right.
me. He got himself a glass of water too. Show them your own.
Please, people should tell me what concern water and what doctor just said.
It's deep.
In a situation like this,
Mm.
you need to drink water. Hope you guys have water by your side.
I totally agree. I have my watermelon juice here.
It's a serious matter. You just sip some
Mr.
water.
Okay. I would like to play Doctor. Yes, I agree. The man is actually responsible for the female chromosome.
The gender, yeah, the baby.
So please, men, stop trying to make women feel horrible because you don't have a male child yet. Because it's actually your fault.
Right?
I didn't say that.
People heard what doctor said. People heard what doctor indirectly told you people. It's your fault. So if anybody want to come after anybody, it's not me that said it.
It's not me. It's not we. It is the medical practitionist.
There you go. But really, though, it's true. It's very, very true, and I agree 100% with Doctor. Rachel says, "Thank you, Doctor Otolo." So with a chimera, is it possible that even with the two DNA, that none would match the fathers? Is it possible?
No, the offspring of a man has his DNA. He has to have his DNA.
It has to. Yes. So it can have two DNAs, but the father has to be in there also.
I have no clue what you guys are talking about right now. You're a scientist. She's a scientist. I'm a musician.
Forgive them, Sam Soft.
Doctor, he literally just said me and you, and you're saying you should forgive them. Me and them. You remove yourself.
You're the one in the same oxygen space with him. Forgive them.
Okay. Harley Jesse Chop says, "Oh, so a man can bring out the male child. Wow. You see how she said it as if the man is hiding the male child, selecting."
You see, it's a good thing that you guys are getting informed, because information brings transformation. You see, you're getting some education right now.
Okay. Before I'm so finish us with English.
You are speaking it.
Now, please, because I believe that there are some traditions in some cultures where a male child is needed. They put so much emphasis on, if you don't give us a male child, you're not a real woman. If you don't give us a male child, you're not a real woman. Please, tell your son.
Makes no sense.
Tell your son that he's actually a big contributing factor.
He's the one.
To that.
The contributing factor.
Is there?
You heard what doctor said. I actually said it, and she confirmed it. Thank you, doctor.
It's
not you that said it.
The only factor in the baby.
There you go.
As a matter of fact, it's not doctor that said it, it's science that said it.
There we go.
Science, come here. Did you bring science here?
She's displaying science.
Which journal are you referencing from?
From the information she got from science.
Which science? Person name be science. Sam Soft. Take it easy. I'll collect my water. I'll collect the water back.
Oh, you see, you give the water from your
thy
heart.
neighbor as thyself, Minister Mex.
Doctor, I've always known you like to say Sam Soft. Stop it.
It's not like that.
Doctor is already
the
on,
side of
he's always
truth.
on the right side.
Which doctor's right side?
Yeah. God bless
Okay.
you, Samsons.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very, very much for your contributions. Thank you for your love. For those of you who have not liked this, please like where you're watching it from. Please subscribe to this channel. Please and please hit the notification tab so you know just when we come on. And lastly, share.
No,
Share.
That
Okay.
last,
Thank
the
you.
last wrong.
Thank you.
Not share. Hit the dollar sign.
Oh yeah, I will actually add that
You
one.
can't forget. How you gonna do like that?
Sam Soft, I'm sorry. I wasn't brought up to follow money like that.
And you be an Igbo man.
I'm mixed. I'm Igbo, Hausa, and Yoruba.
Okay, no wonder.
Oh, this is deep.
Thank you. So I'm Wazobia.
Oh,
Wazobia. Don't say that to me.
Don't let
Sense,
Doctor break it down. You are Igbo what? Yoruba and
I'm
what?
Igbo, Hausa, and Yoruba.
Hey, Doctor, can you go deep into the science of that?
I'm not even gonna try.
Thank you, Doctor. I was expecting you not to. Thank you. For try and see.
See, now she's not just on my side.
Right.
She's on both sides.
She's not on my side, Doctor.
I'm on the side of truth.
She's on the side of the Lord.
And I said that.
All right, let's take some comments. Let's take some comments. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Emeka Chidibe in the house, who is actually going to go and hit that dollar sign because he's watching from YouTube.
Yes.
So, Emeka, thank you very much for joining. He says,
you're welcome.
He says, I think education/awareness is what men need to help ease the pressure, the pressure women face in marriage as a result of not having baby boy. I hail our Nigerian mothers and mother-in-laws through. Thank you very much, bro. Thank you very much. And thank you for coming on the show. So back to our prank video. We played a video giving an update of the man. I'm going to say this really, really fast as if I'm a commercial salesman. I played a video giving an update of the man who hired a prankster to prank his wife, and then finally found out that out of the 3 children that he had, 2 were not his. The 3 children's ages was 15, 12, and 5. 15, 12 were not his. 5 happened to be his. Now the man came on the show and he spoke with this prankster, and he was crying and saying, "Oh, my wife has never had any issues. We've never had any problems. In fact, I wasn't suspecting my wife before I sent you to prank her, but I think that was a lie, because in the next part 2 of the video we're going to find that out." So later the man started crying on the show, and then we paused it because we wanted you to come in and share and like and pay and give money that will help us to build the channel more. And now we are going to the part 2 of the show. We have Doctor, we have Mr. Stanley in the house, who hasn't said anything much yet. He's going to have a take very, very soon. So Samsoft has said enough already. We don't want to hear from him again. If Doctor will support Samsoft, we don't want to hear from her either.
You don't want people to bring money.
Okay, fine. You will hear from Samsoft some more, and from Doctor too some more. So let's watch this video, please.
I want you to please, of course, like I said, feel free to answer it or not. When you came over to meet me for the prank, you told me that you had done some investigations prior to that. Can you throw some light on that?
Now, before this man throws some light to that,
I actually engaged a firm.
I thought I paused this guy. Pause me so much. This man initially on the previous video said he did not suspect his wife, he did not doubt his wife, he loved his wife, it was just a prank. Now we're having information that he actually did some investigation before.
Oh,
red flag. Let's continue.
A private investigator to investigate my wife when I started suspecting some unusual behavior. I spent 1.5 billion naira on that issue. I was duped. At the end of the day, I did not get, the investigation did not yield anything. They didn't tell me anything. Nobody came back to tell me anything. So it was my friend who now told me how a Valentine prank was done on a newlywed. And,
Okay, the Valentine prank. You
yes,
saw the video?
I saw the video. He told me about it and I looked at it. It took me time to think about it. I said, I hesitated, but I said, okay, let me just give it a try. That was how I decided to meet you.
Okay. Yeah. Why did you not simply do a DNA test? Because I remember suggesting that to you the first time you came to see me. Why did you not do a DNA test?
Well, sincerely, I had my suspicion, but I decided to just go with the video track. Thinking, okay, on a norm, if you ask my wife, she would deny it.
Sorry, sir. Are you saying that if you had done a DNA test, your wife would still have denied it?
She would. Remember I told you earlier that my wife left me on the bed, was on phone call at the balcony?
Yeah, I remember.
That same week, my son called me from home that they couldn't gain access to the house. I was wondering, because she was supposed to send key to them to enter the house. And I decided to call her to find out where she is.
She was jiggery.
Her phone was switched off. That was very suspicious. Why was her phone switched off? Then I left everything that I was doing at the site and rushed back to the house to open the door for the children. That was when I decided to go along with the prank. When I saw the video, I was very curious to see what is in there because I didn't know what to expect. Tried downloading it, it took some time, and when it eventually came, my whole life was crashing in front of me. My hands started shaking, I started sweating. It's like if blood was from my heart going straight to my head. I almost gave up. I didn't know all along my wife.
But he has a suspicion.
Alert from cannot use Thunderbolt accessory.
My wife was cheating on me. My own wife came home with somebody's children that are not mine. I had to reason with myself, how did I do this? Who will I tell? How do I tell my parents?
Okay, this is very sad and depressing. Very sad. Very, very sad, people. Very sad. But this is what I think, right? And from what he said, he had his suspicions, which rightfully he should have, especially when he noticed what he noticed, right? But this whole story did not add up. Where he said the children came home, they were trying to gain access to the house, they couldn't, and then they called him. So definitely he was suspecting the wife was in there with another man. They called him and then he came and opened the door for them. Was there another man in the house? He didn't say.
Yeah. So that story was not complete.
Yeah. But from what he was saying, he is assuming that or I don't know the legal word to use, we have to be
She was
careful.
cheating or something.
No. He was saying indirectly that she has been cheating with her ex for a long time. And from the evidence we have from that video, it shows that the 15-year-old was the exes and the 12. So that means right from when they got married till when he started suspecting. So, Mr. Stanley, what's your take on this, please?
So I'll go back to this is I mean, it's not really straightforward listening to all the tape. But the problem for them started right from when they were dating.
Yeah.
There was trust issues. He mentioned he had an affair or two, That was when their problem started. And then when the guy asked him, have you had any issues in your marriage since you were married? He said no. But they have. Now, I can tell you, this guy is hiding some truth. There are a lot of things that has transpired that he's not saying and not telling right now.
Yeah.
He has found out for a long time that, well, his wife is no longer interested in the marriage. She's going outside, but he was just trying to patch it.
Because he went as far as hiring a private investigator.
Exactly. He was just trying to patch the marriage and go on. And allow me to say this. I stand corrected. He's a very religious man. Okay, he saw the problem. He refused to address it. He just kept a blind eyes to it. Perhaps maybe he too has been going out on his own when he found out that his wife has been cheating on him, you know. And it could also be that the third child, again, my apologies, I don't mean no harm with this one, that the third child might just be the mistake that the wife is talking about. The real marriage is between the guy and the ex. I have 2 kids with her. The
That's
third
another way
child
of saying it.
was not really planned. It was just one of those days of maybe they argued and they decided to make up and bam, there it is, the child is out, you know, and that's how he got his own. So this is a warning. Before I forget this, I'll say it. It's a warning to everyone. Over here, from the leadership standpoint, there is a teaching that goes, right? Uh, if you see, if an incident occurs, or if something happens one time, it's called an incident. If it happens a second time, the same thing happens the second time again, then it becomes an occurrence. A third time is now a trend. And in corporate America, those are the principles they implement when your management staff is overlooking a team. But now they've gone beyond that to say, do not wait until the first occurrence or the first incident happens. Start from when you see signs. If you see a sign, address it at that point. If there's a crack on your wall, go figure out what's going on.
You know, we
Don't
talked
wait
about
until
it,
the
yeah.
house collapses. So he has had this going on for so long. They have gone back and forth. The marriage, for all we know, may have fallen apart. And at this point, he's just trying to see, okay, you know, I really don't trust her anymore. Let me just really see which one of these ones are mine, because I believe she's been going out. And like you rightly mentioned, the point where he said his son called him, said he can't get in the house. He ran from where he was, came back and opened the door. And what did you see? Was there someone in the house? Was your wife there? Did she just lock the door and left the home without leaving the keys for the kids? These and many other things are truths that need to be unfolded. So the man actually, the marriage, in my opinion, has hit the rocks a long time ago.
Yeah.
He's just trying to see, okay, let me figure out what is mine and what is not mine and find another way out. This guy might even have another woman on the side that he's ready to go meet. And it's just, okay, let me figure out who's my child and who's not. You can't just prank someone with your child. Yeah, I've seen so many pranks. Since we talked about this, I looked up so many pranks on the internet. And people do make pranks with kids, you know, with marriages and all of that. You know, this is not mine, that's not, oh, well. And some of them turn out bad, some turn out good. But the man has suspected that possibly one, maybe two, or all of the kids are not his. And look at his statements. He's not even saying, oh, I'm talking to my friend, so now I will go tell them I'm no longer a father. He's not saying, I'm no longer a father of my 3 kids. I'm now just one. How do I explain one instead of 3? He's saying, I'm no longer a father. There is a lot behind the scene that needs to be unfolded out.
I agree with you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. I do agree with you on that. Let's take some comments and then we'll say some more, and we'll hear from Doctor too. So Healthy Jesse Chop says, I asked a question, Minister Mex. Please let Doctor answer me. Please, can you? She says. So I believe her question was, if 2 men sleep with a woman at the same day, she becomes pregnant. Will the DNA show? Before Doctor answers that question, let me just finish taking her second comment. She says, this man gets money. At this point, I don't think I feel pity for him anymore because he was looking for Wahala. Well, Wahala that was, But let's go to the question, Doctor. Jesse Chops asked the question in 1 minute. Can you please respond to her?
Yeah, sure. So this is it. Despite what Hollywood and movies will have you think, this is an extremely rare occurrence, and usually it is one person's DNA, one person's sperm that fertilizes the egg.
Mm-hmm.
Usually the person that is not supposed to be there. Okay. So, but I hope I've answered your question. But back to this person's reaction, I wanted to come at it from another perspective.
Go ahead, Doc.
Just listening to him, you can feel his hurt.
Very.
You can feel his pain. He seems to me more like an introverted sort of person. See how he's speaking very deliberately,
Mm-hmm.
right? One of the things about introverted people is that they value stability sometimes over their own mental health.
Yeah.
So, like Mr. Stanley said, obviously stuff has been going on in this marriage for a while, but the stability of I'm a married man with my own family, he was willing to sort of like, okay, let's just keep going. I like the stability that this structure gives me. Problem is like a house with a faulty foundation. That structure has been shaky for a while. But
Mm.
this poor man, because of his own personality, there's obviously there's something very attractive about his wife, obviously for him to still be with her after all these years. Number two, did you notice that his first reaction after he said he saw the video was, what will my family say?
Mm-hmm.
What will people say? I'm like, dude, your house is falling apart. And the first
You're
thing
thinking of what people will say.
is what other people will say.
Typical African.
Again, harking back to that idea of valuing stability even over his own mental health.
Mm.
A third thing, obviously, he dislikes confrontation.
Yeah.
Notice how the gentleman he was speaking to said, why didn't you just do a DNA test? Remember, I suggested it when you first came to me. And all he said was, my wife would deny it. Human beings lie, numbers don't lie. The
Mm-hmm.
results will show themselves. Now, what you do with the results is another matter altogether. I think he did not want to have to face her directly and say, something is not right. I demand a DNA test.
Yeah.
Again, perhaps because of his personality. And obviously, he's a hardworking fellow. He has, he's doing well for himself to have been able to spend, 1.5 million
Yeah.
naira that didn't yield him
So he
anything.
can afford the DNA
Yeah,
test.
and notice he didn't sound angry about it. Despite being scammed, he sounded sad, but he didn't sound angry about it. And finally, obviously, he still likes this woman. Whatever else she's done to him, whatever else is going on here. So this is what because I do a lot of work about human personality with young people, particularly introverted people. They are my concern because they are the ones who will stay in abusive relationships and abusive marriages because they value stability. At some point, so that this fellow doesn't run nuts, he needs to begin to value his own peace of mind. Now, whether that will involve both of them going to therapy and her confessing whatever it is she has done, obviously that the results say she has done, or they're going to therapy and deciding they're going to part their separate ways. But the thing that they cannot do, and the man will remain sane, is for them to continue in this situation that they have created and then just have the DNA results. Now the rest of us are all up in their business and then attempt to move forward like that from here.
Wow. Wow. Thank you very much, Doctor. Thank you.
This is just like someone that is afraid to fail because he has a business and is already thinking of the failure of the business, and so he's not going to invest in the business. He already failed already. It's the fear of the result that makes him not want to do the test.
Yeah, do the
So
necessary.
he was living in denial, like, oh, you know what? I'm rejecting it. I'm thinking she did it, she's doing something, but I don't want to believe she is doing something. Because I was just thinking about it when the doctor was talking. I was like, maybe he's living in denial because I don't see any reason why you can't just, if you doubt, why can't you just take her for a DNA test? He's like, I don't want to believe. So let me just prank her, something like that. Let me just prank her and see if it's really true or not. But still, I don't think he was expecting that result.
Should I drink water and mind my business or react to this?
Are they mutually exclusive?
Okay, this is what I think. I do not agree with that, respectfully. I think the man knew what he was expecting.
Right.
He knew. He knew what the result would be.
Right.
He knew.
Or he was just afraid.
He was not afraid of what the result will be. He was not. For someone to attempt to pay a private investigator and was duped has gone beyond fear of what a result would be.
Okay.
He really wants to see it.
He was intentional, very intentional with this. Once you become intentional with something like this, fear of what the result will be is out of it.
Does not enter the matter.
That brings me to the fact that that means that he wants to embarrass her.
No.
He wants to pay back.
No.
Not necessarily.
What is he trying to do? What is
He wasn't trying to embarrass her. He just found a cheaper option to get a result.
Are you kidding me?
He was duped of millions of naira because of private investigator. So he did not want to spend. You heard what he said. He said it.
So he doesn't want to spend money.
So a friend of mine told me about this guy who did a Valentine's Day prank on his girlfriend, and I decided to go for the prank instead of going to go and look for another private detector that would dupe me again.
It's really an Igbo man.
It's not just an Igbo thing. He's trying to save me.
And he's trying to save money.
I don't blame him. And he wasn't. I don't think he was trying to ridicule the woman, because if you heard what he was saying, he was very intentional about what he said. If he had wanted to embarrass the woman, there are so many other things he would have said to make the woman look bad. You have no idea, sir.
You know the one thing I want to mention is if you really, I try to go behind the mind of the man.
Yeah,
he already knows that she's cheating.
Something's not right.
That's not what he's after. He's not trying to figure out if he's sleeping with someone else. The guy already knows. He's
already knows.
Yes, she's doing this. Now listen, his mind goes beyond that she's cheating on me. These kids.
What doctors do to us?
Are they mine?
No.
I would hate to find out that they are not.
Okay,
I'm certain that she's cheating. For a man to pass ways with 1.5 million,
see, doctor,
he can do anything at that point.
Yeah,
it's just for him to be able to explain to his family, to his friends and colleagues.
Okay, hold on. I want us to pay attention to what you're saying, because doctor is doing something that is taking our attention. And at this point, this is what we have to say.
Peace. I want problems always.
Doctor,
focus, Minister Mex. Focus.
Doctor,
what are you doing to us?
What? Is it for Eba? Is it for Gary? Is it for pigs? I don't know.
Doctor, you are eating on our show and you did not invite us.
Doctor,
that's not fair. That's not fair.
I'm not sure either of you would like it. That's why I didn't offer you.
That's not fair.
Oh my
See Mr. Stanley, that's even closest to you right there.
Stanley, you can't even see.
Where's Stanley?
Stanley was just right serious. He was just serious.
He was just serious talking.
Minding his business.
Okay. Time is far well. Time is far well spent.
We're not going to do the other topic.
I don't know why does this happen. We always have two topics, but we always end up treating one.
Because it's a serious one.
It's a serious one.
Yeah.
Last week, the second topic we had was, has social media taken the space of family in our lives? Has social media taken the space of family in our lives?
That one and what to the other one.
And this week we're supposed to talk about how the Nigerian government demolishes houses and all that in Nigeria. But we'll talk about them next week. Yeah, we'll move them next week. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being on the show. Dr. T, thank you very much.
And thank you very much for
Stanley.
Eating.
Why is the eating your problem?
She did us back.
Did you eat last week? Haven't you been eating since the beginning of the show?
Look at her face. Look at her face. You can tell she did it intentionally. It was an intentional act. Look at, I told you.
Is it when you today we start?
I was repentant before, but since my repentance is not gelling, might as well commit the full sin.
She's eating with panache. With full panache, her full chest.
Oh my God.
I offered you people, you didn't want.
Okay, thank you, doctor. Thank you for doing that.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, viewers at home, thank you very much for being on the show. Thank you for the gifts, the money, the contributions. We see them. Livy's Kitchen, Ngozi, KA, Steph, thank you very much. We appreciate you. Thank you. God bless you. Mr. Stanley, sir, before you go, can you just tell us in 30 seconds your closing remarks? Doctor, get ready with yours too.
Okay.
Again, thank you so much. For everyone listening and to those who are going to listen later, please do your due diligence. I repeat, like I said last week, a stitch in time saves 9.
Mm-hmm.
Help yourself to avoid situations and issues of this nature. Do your background check. Avoid sentiment. Be true to yourself. When it comes to relationships, be very true to yourself before you jump the fence. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Doctor?
Well, just like Mr. Stanley said, particularly my introverted friends, you who dislike confrontation, the homework you refuse to do while dating this person, let it not become the housework you will have to do after you marry them.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow. Okay, Sam Soft.
Be attentive. Be
selective. God, he has come again. He has come again. Talk something that will make sense.
Why you interrupt?
Don't preach. Do not preach. Just tell them from the bottom of your heart. Yeah.
I have to lay legs on this brother.
Not only leg.
Be attentive, be selective, and be proactive.
To what?
All the information you are getting from this sharp way.
Minister Mex, leave the brother alone.
Those people that went to school understand what I'm saying. You weak like Dodo.
Hey!
You weak like Dodo.
Huh?
You weak like Dodo.
Okay.
Take this check.
I'm not taking it.
Take this check.
Is it your shit?
They'll take their money back.
Guys, what I'm going to round up with is, do you know that in Africa, majority of firstborn children do not actually belong to that marriage?
I wouldn't say that.
Oh, I would have loved to take this next week where I would take you on with I wouldn't say that the way we say it.
Just quiet.
Everywhere just quiet. But majority, I'm not saying all, majority in Africa.
What's the source of that data?
Stanley,
don't worry, doctor.
Stanley, what is that?
Just let me take this show on with this
Exactly.
topic. I will even bring in someone that has participated in the research.
Stanley, what is that saying that whenever when we were young and everywhere is quiet, they'll say with him, angel don't pass or something like that. There's one saying.
Yes, an angel just passed by. Yeah, we see that too.
There you go. We provoke the angels to pass. And to come. Angel will not pass me in Jesus' name. They have to come to you.
You know when they pass, you know that song? Do not pass me. You cannot pass me.
You cannot pass me.
Do not pass me by.
No, wow. Yes, but really, guys.
Really. Those who didn't sing hymns when they were small. It's okay.
But really, guys, really. My own is this, right? You have to be real with yourself. Question things that has to be questioned. And just do what you have to do. Because at the end of the day, your happiness matters too.
You just said exactly what I just said in a bigger grammar.
Your grammar had no happiness in it. You had nothing to do about happiness, sir. You are not a man that will say things to make people happy.
You just to say you don't understand the grammar.
Your grammar was too big. It was too big. Too big, unnecessary. Where's Mr. Stanley? He has gone
the
black.
Grammar don't remove that.
I know.
I'm here.
I thought the The grammar just make you disappear.
But guys, Doctor, really, I appreciate you. Thank you very much for coming on the show. Despite the fact that you didn't offer us anything, we appreciate you from the bottom of our heart. Thank you, Doctor. You're always the best. We want to talk about something very interesting this week. So please, guys, if you've not followed whatever channel you're following from, please make sure you follow, subscribe, because you want to know what we're going to be talking about next week. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, I want to say a very big thank you to our special guest. Thank you very much to us for being able to consistently bring you good content, even with follow-up of those contents. Not be beans. It's not everybody that follows up on their stories. You know, we follow up on our stories. Do we talk about this whole what's this thing again? Polygamy situation? Should we talk about polygamy? If you want us to talk about polygamy next week, just say I in the comment section so that we'll just take your comments now and then we'll know what you want us to talk about next week. Should we talk about polygamy? Should we talk about
that polygamy?
That's a good one.
I'm telling you, it's a good one.
Okay.
I will bring. You might shake a lot of tables, but that's a good one.
When David went and overtake, and
we're not talking about Bible.
His two wives.
We're not talking about Bible polygamy, sir.
No, I understand. It's part of it.
Okay.
When they read that scripture in the church, my eyes was like, and he said, and he got away, and he took back his two wives. I couldn't look the church.
Okay. So, Healthy Jesse Chops, and David was a bad guy. Healthy Jesse Chops says so she wants us to talk about polygamy. So how about this? We're going to talk about polygamy next week, and we're going to bring up real life stories of how that has been playing out and what that does to the family setting in general and to the kids also involved. Doctor, are you on this?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay, so Doctor will be on.
I left another meeting to be here. So.
Oh my God! Thank you very much, Doctor. Thank you. Doctor left another meeting to be here, so she deserves to eat on the show.
Exactly.
Please eat on.
Thank you, Minister Mex.
Thank you.
I thought you were in my corner.
No, I'm always with you. You are free to eat. So now we start that ministry of eating.
Wait. No, you just accuse her.
Eating is a calling.
No, you just accuse her Nana and say she's eating on the show.
I love it. We just initiated that into the atmosphere.
He accused me with Jesus' joy.
You know what, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take this backstage. We don't want to bother you with all this.
Be careful about that initiation because you might see
it's
a bowl
not
of
an English word.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. We're going to join us next week as we talk about polygamy next week, where I will say, am I going to be saying, yes, polygamy is right. I think people should be given the choice to decide if they want to be polygamous in nature or monogamous. Will Samson be saying,
I will be talking about David's act.
Will Doctor be... Who wants to hear about David? Doctor, what are you going to be saying? Are you going to be supporting polygamy?
What is good for the goose may also be good for
the good for Uganda. Thank you very much. Mr. Sally, what are you going to be saying about polygamy?
We're going to put it on the scale and we'll weigh it.
There you go. So we're going to be talking about Uganda. The Ghana. We're going to be talking about David, and we're going to be talking about I support polygamy. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's some comments.
Yeah, let's take some comments. Okay. So Jesse Chops is laughing. She's laughing. Other people are laughing too. All right. Thank you very much for joining us, guys. We do appreciate this. Thank you for the donation. For all of you that donated, we appreciate it. For you that did not donate, make sure when you're coming next week, you have your tithes and offering in your hand. Thank you very much. Stay blessed.